Hi, this is Mitch King with the Wednesday evening, September 16th, 2009 Daily Stock Report. Market keeps moving up another 1% on the Dow, over 108 points today. Really bullish, and it looks like the market's accelerating to the upside. Here's the NASDAQ, also very strong. Stocks are really moving up on all cylinders right now, and the S&P 500 is up also 1.5% today. Let's review a few of our long positions first. Here's Prudential Financial, up 7.3% today. The insurance group did really well. It's a good practice to watch stocks in the same sector as one of your stocks that you might be long or short in. For example, with Prudential, that would be Hartford, Metropolitan, Principal Financial Group. You can see all of them moved up, along with a lot of the financial stocks like banks. Google also had a higher high, very decisively, up another 2.25%. So this is about 3 or 4 days in a row of higher highs. Here's Apple Computer, up 3.8%. So it looks like Apple is making a new leg up, kind of a new plateau that it's going to try to reach for. Somewhat like this type of spike up here is the way I could interpret this. So if this continues to move up, it would follow a pattern, maybe less steep than I just drew, but you're getting the idea that this is the kind of action it's been doing in here for some period of months. Patterns tend to repeat itself, and I like this pattern. Of course, we like that pattern. It's making money. Here's Met, another insurance company. Here's CAH, Cardinal Health, still moving up. As some of you might remember, this little drop right here was an analyst downgraded, which usually doesn't last very long, especially in a bullish market. Investors tend to ignore analysts. I tend to ignore them all the time. And United Rental continued to move up again today, up 3.8%. WCRX starting to break down a little nicer now, as well as the bull short VVUS, Vivus. This is the company that had the fat diet drug. I was anticipating that this would be a stronger stock than it's been. So we just hang on to this until, as long as it keeps dropping, but be prepared to cover it any time. This is a real volatile stock. ATPG went above that high that we talked about, was from last Friday's high. So this is making anyone who's still short, giving you a lot of problems. But I'm thinking that this should be peaking out here probably the next day or two, very possible tomorrow. Really an excellent bull short at this point, and the odds are heavily in your favor to either hold on to your current short if you didn't stop out or didn't have a stop loss set, or anyone new, consider opening a short position. Also note this stock has options, which is what optionable means. A variety of ways could be used to profit from a falling stock, either by buying a put option long or selling a call option short, and that is profiting as the stock would go down. Now, if you do any of that selling a naked call, this is very dangerous. Do a very small amount, and it takes a lot of buying power. It takes a level 3 option approval or a highest level of approval of options. And my suggestion would be to sell out of the money calls in the current month or within the next month. And it's very likely that you would get all the premium without having to close your short position on that. That's for you option traders. Solar stocks were stopped out, both First Solar and STP, for a small loss, but we did give up the gains that we did have on it. And here's Zoom, the one that went from $4 to $14, and this short is working out fairly well. It has a chance of moving substantially lower, but again, be flexible to cover a short when you start see it move up. Here's a new bull short developing for you short sellers who like this technique. It's another oil and gas stock, CWEI, Clayton Williams. I think we were long the stock somewhere in here, trying to get that bottom of that V. I think it was right in there, early July. And this is an excellent opportunity Ideally, it would be nice to see this come up a little more and then sell it short and see some sort of action like that. So this is the same category as ATPG. This is a smaller float. I think this one has a pretty big spread between the bid and ask, so you might look at using limit orders tomorrow if the spread's pretty big. The volume on this is fairly low, only 187,800 shares traded on it today. So this only has, I just looked it up, it only has 3.9 million shares in the float, which you can see right here under shortsqueeze.com, the shares float. You've got the total shares outstanding minus the shares that are owned by insiders and restricted stock. So ideally, let this run up another day or two, because it's very possible that this one moves up, 34. I mean, unbelievably good if it happened to be going above 35 to 36, but I don't see that happening, but it's very possible with this sector run up that we're seeing that ATPG and CWEI is in. So try to get $3 or $4 more before you sell it short. That comment I just made does not mean that you should try to buy long, because don't do that. The odds are extremely against you. So you guys take care. Put the odds in your favor. We'll talk to you tomorrow night.